Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's just going to be a sit down Q&A video. So I've been getting a lot of questions because, as you know at this point, that I did get my boobs done. If you haven't seen my boob job vlog, I will link that down below, so go check that out as well. But I wanted to do a little question and answer just because there's a lot of girls that I know or follow me on Instagram or social media asking me questions, and so I thought I would make this video because when I was doing my research I was kind of looking for videos like this, and so I just wanted to give the information that I learned from this whole process. So this is going to be a boob job Q&A, so let's get into it. So first question, do you have any scarring? So right now, it's still very new. I'm a month in, so yeah, it's been a month now since I've got them done. So there's still, where the scar is, you can still see it just because it is super fresh, but the scar right now is very, very small. It's like paper thin, and you can barely see it, and it's only been a month. So I can only imagine in a couple months or 6 months or a year, you're not even gonna see it at all. And it is right under my boob, so you're not gonna see it anyways unless I'm actually like stretching or pulling my boob up if I'm naked. So no one's gonna see it anyways, and so far it's healing so great, and you can barely tell that there was a cut there. So that's really awesome. Obviously, it depends on your doctor and just what way you do it. I did the incision underneath my breast. I didn't do through the nipple or through the armpit, so it just kind of depends. But I just have a very, very tiny scar right now, and it is still very new. So I'm thinking it's going to pretty much just disappear, which will be great because it's already on track to do so. Pain. So pain-wise, surgery, obviously no pain in the surgery, you're asleep. When I woke up, I was on so many drugs that I couldn't even keep my eyes open, so I wasn't in any pain when I woke up. I was just kind of loopy and so tired. Yeah, I couldn't keep my eyes open. I had no like knowledge of time. What felt like 5 minutes was like 3 hours. And so no pain when I first woke up. Also, to the first couple days I was on pain medication, taking that every 4 to 6 hours. So I was not in any pain. The only feeling that I had was just my chest was so tight because my skin and my muscle, I went under the muscle, and so everything was just so tight and stiff. And so that's the only feeling I had. I didn't have any pain or anything like that. And now the only time I feel a pain, which it's more of a muscle pain, like a sore muscle pain, not a sharp pain or anything, is if I forget and I go and like try to pick something up or grab something, and then I get like that little like muscle soreness in whatever side I'm using, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I can't do that yet. So no pain during the surgery. After, just a little bit of discomfort from all the pressure and how tight it felt the first couple days, but after everything loosened up, it was really good. Sizing. So I did, when you go in, sizing is not the same as bra sizes when you go to the doctor. They do it by cc's. So I got 365 cc, and I did a moderate high profile, and I did the gummy bear silicone implants. So they were the ones that felt the most natural, and I also was informed that they feel and look the most natural when they're done. So I went along with the gummy bear silicone, and I did 365 cc, which has now brought me up to a 32 double D. So I feel like everyone knows this, but 32 is the measurement around my body, and then the cup size DD is like the size of the breast. So I went from a 32B to a 32 double D. Where did you go? So my doctor is Dr. Alexander Seal. He's located in Vancouver. absolutely amazing doctor. Very kind, very informative. He was very easy to ask questions to. I wasn't intimidated. Like sometimes you feel like you can't ask questions or you're kind of worried to, but he was just like very easy to talk to. He answered all of my questions that I had, and I literally went in with like a list of questions to my consultation, and he was just awesome. And now it's only been a month and my boobs already look amazing, like amazing. They already are moving, like they look and feel like natural boobs, and it's actually crazy because I thought that they were just gonna be like rock hard on my chest for like 6 months, and they are already amazing. So the results, so good, and just all the appointments that I had with him, the consultation, just everything was really great, and I felt really comfortable, and as well as his staff, even just from the receptionist to the nurses, everyone was so awesome. And also the day of my surgery, everyone that was working there was so nice and so helpful and caring, and so I'm very happy that I went to Dr. Seal because I feel like I got the best results that I could have asked for, and I'm already so happy, and it's only been a month. And he said that my boobs will be at mostly where they should be by 3 months, and I'm already happy I was happy at my 2-week checkup. So everything's already really great, and I could not be happier. But yeah, so that's where I went. Dr. Alexander Seal in Vancouver. How did you do your research? So for a while I was on a Facebook page about breast implant illness, which I'm happy I was on it, but I at one point had to leave it because it was kind of freaking me out. Obviously there's chance for things to go wrong in any kind of surgery, and so I wanted to be on that page for a little bit just to learn the signs and just read people's stories and see people getting their breast implants removed and just everything like that, to see the negative part of it. But then at one point, when in my head I was thinking like, look, I know I'm gonna do this, so either it's gonna happen to me or it's not. So I just need to leave this page because it's negative, and I just need to not be on it. So I was focusing more on the scary things and the negative things at first, and then finally I was like, okay, no, I just need to be away from that. But for my research, I did a lot of Googling, just different kinds of implants. I didn't know there were so many different kinds of implants. There's textured, there's silicone, there's saline, there's gummy bear silicone, there's low profile, high profile, moderate high profile, very high profile, like so many different things to know about, so things to know to pick an implant. And that's why the consultation is also great, because in my consultation I got to actually hold implants. I got to see the difference between high profile, low profile, silicone, saline, all of that. And so that's why it's really good to do your consultation right away and just get all of that extra knowledge, and then you have time to think about it and also ask all of your questions. So that was really good. But yeah, it was a lot of Googling and research of size that I wanted. So already in my head I knew that I didn't want to go crazy big. I just wanted it to be proportionate with my body, and I wanted them to look as natural as possible, not like big balloons on my chest. So that's when I decided, oh, under the muscle, because I want them to look as natural as possible. And then also celebrities, I would look at celebrities and see their boobs, and so I showed him pictures of Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner was my boob inspo, just because I love the way her boobs look, and so that was my boob inspo. So honestly, search up, if you have a celebrity and you love their boobs, save those pictures. Any pictures of boobs that you see that you like, save them, because when I went in, he straight up said, do you have any pictures of, or like ideas of kind of the size or what you want them to look like shape wise? And so that was a huge help too, being able to actually have a visual and show, okay, this is kind of my idea. Obviously in your head you have to know that you're not going to get those exact same boobs, but just as a reference or as an idea or a starter point. So get pictures together. Any questions, like sometimes I would just be doing the dishes and I would like think of a question before my consultation, and I was like, oh, I should ask this. And so I had like a list of questions on my phone. Write down all the questions you have. Even if in your head you think it's a stupid question, there's no stupid questions when you're getting a freaking surgery, and like you want to know everything and you should know everything. So if you have any questions, write them all down. Take boob inspo pics, save them, just all of that, and do your research. Look up the good, look up the bad. It was very helpful to know what can go wrong and what can happen to your body if your body doesn't agree with things, or just all the different negatives and positives. So that's how I did my research, a lot of Googling, but the main thing for me was my consultation. And if you book a consultation, you don't have to book the surgery with that doctor. You can go to another doctor and do another consultation. You can wait a year before booking. So just get the consultation done, because then you'll have so much more knowledge and it will be so much more helpful to decide on what you want and the size and where you want to go. And also make sure you feel comfortable with your doctor too. Like if you go to a consult and you feel like they weren't really agreeing with you, or they weren't really being supportive. Like I know my mom, she has her boobs done, and she told me that the doctor was trying to convince her to go bigger. If your doctor's doing that, like find a different doctor, because it's about what you want, not what your doctor wants. So it was really nice, because when I said I want it to just be proportionate and not too big, when he did all of my measurements, he said, okay, this is like the max implant you should go up to. He said should, so if I wanted to, I probably could have went bigger, but he recommended the size that I got because it fit my measurements perfectly, which is what I wanted. So make sure you're comfortable with your doctor, that they're not trying to push you to do anything, and just know that you can go to 20 different consultations with 20 different doctors, and you don't have to book a surgery. So go do the consultation, get the knowledge, and it will make it way easier to decide what you want to do. Sorry I rambled on that, but prices. So obviously prices range. I feel like they're always kind of around $8,000 to $10,000, give or take a little bit more or less, but it just depends on where you go. But for me, a lot of people that I know have traveled to get theirs done, but then it's like you're paying for the travel, you have to pay for the hotel, all the food, everything while you're there, which adds up, so you're not really saving that much. And then the fact that you don't just get to come home after, and so everything like that. So mine ended up being, let me see, just over, I have a receipt. So so I had to put down a $500 deposit to hold my surgery date, but altogether, I'm gonna break down the prices for you. Altogether, I paid $10,027.50 for my boobs. So the implants themselves are $1,800. Surgery fee is $4,250. And the facility fee and also the anesthetic fee was $3,500. And when it says facility fee, because where the doctor's office is, there's not an actual surgery room there, so we went to a different location for the surgery, so they rent it out for certain dates that they work on. So there's the facility fee and the anesthetic fee. So that's how much mine were. Obviously it's going to be different, every doctor, everywhere you go, but I feel for the most part it's all very similar and very close to the same price. And for me, it was like, I would rather pay a higher price and know that I'm in really good hands and I'm gonna have the best results, because this is lifelong. And so I didn't have an issue paying that much. And honestly, that's the price I expected before even going to my consultation. So that was the price. How is recovery? So like I said before, it's been a month since I've had my surgery, or actually just under a month, because it's the 28th. And I got it on the 1st, so it's just been under a month, and I feel great. The only things I can't do, I still can't lift weights and like lift above my head, like I can lift above my head with my arms, but not any weight. Pushing and pulling any weight, can't do that. So you just have to be careful with that. And obviously everybody heals at different rates. So for me, I feel like I healed pretty quick. Like the first night that the day I had my surgery, I got it in the morning, and that night around 11 o'clock, I went and did a little walk around the city, just to like get up and move a little bit. And the only thing I had was just the tight feeling on my chest that I talked about before. Next day, I was actually feeling really good, and I was out and about all day, not doing anything crazy, just walking around, and went and had some lunch, and that was about it. But I was feeling really good. And so I feel like I healed very quickly. I slept on my back and elevated for the first 3 days, and then after that I just slept on my back flat. So the only thing that was a little bit uncomfortable healing wise was the sleeping, just because sleeping sitting up is not the best, but I just slept on the couch and propped up some pillows and I was good. But recovery has been so good. I was just in France and I was out and about doing regular things, obviously not lifting any weights, but I was living my normal life, and I'll be back to work on the 1st. I did take a whole month off of work just because I work in the service industry and I bartend and I serve at a very busy bar, and so I can't even hold a tray, I can't do ice buckets, I can't set up the patio, just so many things I just can't do. So I took a whole month off, and I'll be back on the 1st. And even for me, I went to work yesterday and just to test things out, and I still can't even hold a tray. So just know that it depends on your work. You may need to take off more time. Usually they recommend like 2 weeks, but if you work in an office, you could be back after a week. If you work in the service industry or something where it's more hands-on, you might need to take off a little bit more time. But I'm very happy that I took a month off, because I definitely needed it, because I would not have been able to go back last week or 2 weeks ago. So make sure you book off enough time for yourself to heal properly. Don't push yourself. I just started working out again. Yesterday was my first day. Nothing with weights, no weights, just did leg day. I didn't even use any weights for my legs, just my resistant bands, and that was it, because I can't hold any weights. So just make sure you don't push yourself, because sometimes I have to remind myself that, because I do feel so good that I feel like I can do everything until I go to do it and then I hurt myself. So just be careful with that. But recovery, honestly, I was very nervous before going into this, but recovery has been very easy, and everybody is different. Everyone has different pain tolerances, heals differently, but I have had no issues. And for me, it was the first 3 days that were a little tough, and after that I was completely fine. Oh yeah, and so the last thing I wanted to talk about was, there's kind of a stigma I feel with fake boobs, and everybody just thinks like porn stars, strippers, like huge, in your face, crazy, rock hard balloons on your chest. And some people like that. I am not one of those people, but if you like that, you can get that. But if you want bigger boobs, just know that if you get a boob job, it doesn't mean that you are going to have that look. You can achieve the look that you want to. You can just go up a tiny bit in size just to add a little bit of something. You can do low profile, so it's not going to be very prominent. Like, there's so many options. So if you are looking into getting your breasts done and you're worried that you're going to have these huge crazy boobs, that is not true at all. Like, when I told friends at work that I was getting my boobs done, everyone just assumed I was getting like F's or something crazy, and so that's not the case. I'm very happy, and they're still like, right now, like they're still, I'm wearing a push-up bra and also a shirt, and so like right now they're like very high up because they still need to drop. It's only been a month, so they still have to drop more, and then they'll be more natural. But yeah, people just assume that if you're getting your boobs done, it has to be these crazy boobs. It is not true. So if you want to get your boobs done, just find the right doctor that is right for you and can get you your results, because there's a doctor out there that can do it and you can get the results that you want. Just make sure you do your research with your doctors. Like, not research with them, but research your doctors. Like, make sure you pick a doctor that you know is good. But yeah, so that's just one thing I wanted to do a little point on, because so many people just assumed I was getting crazy boobs. Like, even my sister, when I showed her my boobs after I got them done, she was like, oh, those aren't that big. Like, she just in her head thought that I was getting massive boobs. So you can definitely get a natural look. Like, look at Kylie Jenner. She obviously has a boob job. We all watched her grow up and her boobs look so natural and so good, and that's why she was my inspiration. So you can achieve the look that you want. You just have to find the right doctor, just do your research, and you can get there. I swear by it. But that covers all the questions that I got. I am so happy with my choice. The one thing I always wanted growing up, like when I was in school, I always got made fun of for not having any boobs, and I went on birth control when I was like 14 because I heard that it makes your boobs bigger, and just I tried everything. I was like ordering boob creams online, which obviously don't work, but when I was freaking 15 I didn't know that. And so I've just always wanted to have bigger boobs. That's the only thing with my body that I haven't been 100% confident with, which I was confident with my body, but I always was like, damn, I wish I had bigger boobs. Like, I had nice boobs before, they were just small. And so I finally am at a place where I just like 100% love my body, and that's a huge thing. Like, so many people are against plastic surgery or any cosmetic surgery, but if you are truly unhappy, or you know you would be happier by doing this, the only thing that matters is if you're happy and what you want, because it's your body, it's your life, and you need to do what you want to make yourself happy. So I am at a place where I'm 100% happy with my body. I love my new boobs. I am so happy that I took the step and finally did it, because I've talked about it for years and I just never did the research, and I never looked into the doctors. And then finally one day I was like, hey, if I keep saying I want my boobs done, I'm never gonna get there if I don't look into any doctors or go to a consultation. So I'm just so happy I did it. I'm so happy with the results. Dr. Alexander Seal is amazing. Everyone he works with, amazing. And I'm very, very satisfied with my results. I'm in love with them. And yeah, so that is that. If you guys have any other questions, you can ask them in the comments, and I'll try and reply to as many as I can in the comments. If I didn't answer something that you had a question about, just let me know. But thank you for watching. I hope I was able to give some extra information to anyone who is maybe thinking about getting a boob job, or they just want to know. And if you're here for another reason, I don't know what it is, but I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next one. I will also link the boob job vlog down below, because I did videotape my journey, and so that will be down below. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon.